Hi, it's Grant Abbott speaking, CEO of LIghtYear Docs and also Principal at Abbott-Family Lawyers. Today, we're going to look at the case of discretionary trust across Australia just quickly. You may be aware that if your discretionary trust has not been upgraded to exclude, so that's to exclude foreign persons, and a foreign person could well be a beneficiary, could be a trustee, then what we need to do is upgrade our existing discretionary trust deed to make it a non-foreign purchaser discretionary trust. So that's a non-foreign purchaser discretionary trust. It's a very easy process on the LIghtYear Docs site. So the first thing we need to do is get our existing discretionary trust. So here I've got an Abbott-Family discretionary trust deed, which we're going to have on the side. So you'll need to also have one that you're doing the upgrade with. So get that, either hard or soft copy, make sure it's executed. The next step that we're going to do is actually find the relevant document. So we can either do a search on the front, but otherwise it's obviously going to be in trusts. And you'll see here, upgrade of discretionary trust to a non-foreign purchaser discretionary trust. Now by doing that, that means it's exempt from those land tax and stamp duty surcharges. And for New South Wales residents, it must be done by the 31st of December 2020. So I'm simply going to open that up. I'm going to show you how to do it really quickly and easily. We need to have a folder, so no doubt your client's got a folder. And what we're going to do is just put in here the Smith NFP Trust so that I can find that pretty easily in my vault. So that will now open up the system. And what we're going to do there is we're going to start putting in all the details in. So you can see there I've got Smith NFP Trust with the logo. Let's use Abbott-Family or the one you've got. So the general, what's the full name of the trust? So it's the Smith Trust. When was that trust established? Let's say it was back in 2019. Date of the deed of variation. If you don't know it, you can leave that blank. But let's say the client is coming in to sign it, or you're sending off to the client electronically, and it's on the 10th of December. What date, where is it, which legislation applies to it, which jurisdiction? I'm using New South Wales. And then we can put in a charity if we want, just in case the trust that we're building vests over an 80-year period. So let's just say we're going to put RSPCA New South Wales, so that's fine. Now, under what clause or rule of the current deed governing rules allow the trustee to vary, upgrade the rules of the fund or the trust? So we go into the discretionary trust deed and we go down and have a look for variations. So it's usually towards the back of the document. There we go. You can see there variation, but what caught my eye is an amendment. So let's have a look there. So I'm just going through amendment. At any time from time to time prior to the termination date, the trustee with the written consent of the appointor, the time being, may by deed alter or revoke any trust or provision. So what we're doing is we're throwing out the old and putting in the new. And you'll see when I come and show you the document that effectively it is not a resettlement for taxation purposes. So the relevant clause here is just 11. Has the trust been varied in the past? You can tell that if there has been a variation. Here it's no. So then we go through the trustee. So what I'm going to do is a company. So it's going to be Smith Nominees, Pty Limited. I get this off the old document. 5 Smith Street, Sydney, New South Wales, 2000. As I said, I can easily just jump into this document and get all the relevant information for me to put that in. 2 directors. Here I just put in 2, confirm it, and then there's John Smith, and we go down and Sally Smith. Make sure you tick these little boxes so that you get the signatures in as well. So it's okay. Next one, I'm going to go to the appointor. Is there a appointor? I'll go into the deed itself. Let's go and have a look at who the appointor is currently. And you'll generally find that'll be the front of the deed. The appointor means John Smith. Now I've got, actually it's 5 Smith Street, Brisbane. So I can see that I've made a mistake in my address. So I just need to go back here, 5 Smith Street, Brisbane, Queensland, 4,000. And obviously that's perfect. Likewise in the general, that's okay, but it's obviously going to be Queensland that's going in. It shows you how easy the system is to set up. Is there a pointer? Yes, it's an individual, and it's going to be John Smith, and that's 5 Smith Street, Brisbane, Queensland, 4,000. So now we just go down to the beneficiary. Are any of the primary beneficiaries an individual? Yes, and again, you can come down here and have a look. So the beneficiary, who the primary beneficiary is, means John Smith and Sally Smith. So we've actually got 2 primary beneficiaries there. Are there any beneficiaries of company? No, no. So individual beneficiary, I can select. I just need to put that up there. So that's going to be here, John Smith. And we've got Sally Smith as well. So I'm going to add an additional one there. And that is Sally Smith. And I'm going to put the street line address there as, again, I'll just select, so 5 Smith Street. But sometimes it pops up with the wrong name, so make sure you check that. Sally Smith. Along the way, obviously, save the answers. If I save the answers, it goes in progress. But essentially, that's it. So I just need to finish. And now I just check my upgrade to make sure it's done everything that I want. And then I can send it off to the client for signing. Generally, we prefer wet signatures or real signatures as opposed to digital. But at this present point in time, digital, given COVID, is not a bad solution. So there you go, your discretionary trust deed, a variation of the Smith Trust to a non-foreign purchaser discretionary trust. So the good thing about that is we've put that in rather than having a separate clause, just so that when you do take it to the OSR or in your relevant state, that's right up in their face that this is a non-foreign purchaser. And when you go through, I'll just show the clauses there. So we've got the trustee, the appointor. You can see here the purpose of this variation to ensure that the beneficiary and the trustee, the appointer, and any other person associated with the trust are not a foreign purchaser or deemed to be a foreign purchaser under various state foreign purchaser stamp duty, surcharges, or land tax. Now, if you don't have this, you're up for at least 2% land tax. Importantly, it has to be done appropriately. So you need to have this clause. You can see here the variation of the trust rules from the substituted trustee rules, the replacement rules, and the Commissioner's determination on varying discretionary trust without a new trust resettlement arising occurs. So we've got that. You can also see in here the provisions of non-foreign purchaser. When we go down into the beneficiaries as well, you'll see here the beneficiaries, the primary beneficiary and their spouse. Now we've actually got 2 there anyway. And we've got down here in the deletion and down below the exclusion of foreign beneficiaries here. So that's really important. So that's, if we have a look at that, then essentially that is our deed upgrade. If you've got any questions, then all you have to do is just jump on support and ask us there. Anyway, it's Grant Abbott signing off, and good luck on getting your non-foreign purchaser deeds done. If you've got a bulk, if you've got 50 or 60, please contact us at support@lightyeardocs.com.au, and we can do the bulk for you for a very, very inexpensive price.